Hello. This week, I will conclude my discussions of influential men in the history of Christianity whom you've probably never heard of by talking about Father Gustavo Gutierrez. Gutierrez is a man of the 20th century and even the 21st century. He's still living. He's still with us. He was born in 1928 in Peru. His parents were Hispanic and indigenous. He was ordained in 1959 after having studied in Europe. He was assigned as a parish priest in Peru. While he was there, he observed the suffering and the oppression of so many poor people. And he also noticed that by and large, this oppression was tolerated by the church. In 1968, he wrote a treatise called Towards a Theology of Liberation that was presented at a conference. This treatise focused on the realities of social sin and injustice. Social sin was a relatively new concept, at least in the popular mind at that time. Sin was normally considered something that individuals did. He talked about social sin. Sins that weigh upon all of society. He also wrote in that treatise about the dignity of the poor. That led in 1973 to the publication of his most well-known book, A Theology of Liberation, highly influential in the formation of the liberation movements, especially in Latin America. In A Theology of Liberation, he wrote about the option for the poor that Christians should, in our thinking about how to behave, we should always keep the needs of poor people in mind first. He also wrote about the priority of praxis or action over right thinking, that doing the right thing for people was more important than just thinking the right way about the poor. His books were criticized in the 1980s by Popes John Paul II and Cardinal Ratzinger, who would become Pope Benedict XVI. But his work was never censored. He lives now and perhaps still teaches at the University of Notre Dame. I hope you've enjoyed these brief discussions about influential men in Christianity whom you've probably never heard about. I hope you have a good Saturday. I hope you remain safe and healthy. Thanks for watching.